Hot diggity dicks, it's 3 more ramen. And this time we've got Men Shokunin's Tonkotsu. Whole wheat flour added to the dough. Shokunin means craftsman, and it describes their craftsmanship in making better men. This has garlic tonkatsu soup. Okay, I like tonkatsu, I like garlic. Let's try this out. This is good. The noodles are nice and thin, but have a good chew to them. The broth is salty, but with a nice garlic to it. I really like that light garlic flavor. Ooh, there's a little meat thing, little meat disc. Let's try it out. This one's actually a lot softer than some of the other ones, and it almost tastes more like a fish cake than a sausage. It doesn't have quite the meatiness of the other ones. Let's try the broth. It's got a good meatiness, but I do love that kind of garlic, oniony taste to it. It's not as rich as other tonkatsu broths, but I like a light broth sometimes. And again, the garlic adds a lot to it.
Here we got a nice light white broth, little flecks of green onion in there. Looks like, or maybe they're scallions. And as you can see, the noodles are nice and thin. And if you look very closely, there's little specks, and I think that's probably the whole grain within the noodles.
Yeah, it's lighter broth, but I think that the garlic of this does give it a good amount of flavor. I enjoy this bowl. It's good. All right, here's ramen number 2. It's been a while since I've done one of these, actually, since we moved. As you can see, I'm in a new place. But anyway, this is Tantan Men. And Tantan Men is a shoyu soy sauce-based soup with Sichuan pepper. Okay, let's try it out. This is pretty solid. It's got a nice spicy flavor with the pepper. And then there's a lot of like sesame seeds in here. So it has like a nuttiness to it. It's like a spicy, nutty sort of soup. And the noodles are pretty normal, but the soup is pretty good. Let me try the broth. Yeah, I really like that a lot. I don't really taste much soy sauce. It really is just kind of like a savory, spicy broth with that nice nuttiness. Not a ton of vegetables in here, but honestly, the sesame seed punch makes up for, but it's better than like mediocre vegetables. So
here's a closer look. You can see it's a nice red broth, and look at all those sesame seeds in there. Little flecks of vegetable, but otherwise it's pretty straightforward red broth, sesame seeds.
I think since I grew up eating shin ramyun, spicy broths tend to be my favorite stuff anyway. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's solid, nice and flavorful spice. It's good. All right, and here's ramen number 3. This is Charamela Miso. I think I've had this before, but what the hell, I'll have it again. Charamela, I don't know how you pronounce that. It's a flute used by street ramen vendors to let people know that ramen is ready, and this has miso flavor, and I guess scallop? Interesting. Well, let's try it out. Noodles are pretty whatever, but the broth is pretty good. There's little, I don't know if this is meat. Let's try it. That's pretty tasty, but I don't know what it is. They're like little mystery meat nuggets, but they taste pretty good. Kind of like, almost like little pieces of sausage. There's little fish cakes in here too with faces on them. For a small cup noodle, the little mix-ins are not bad. So even if the noodles are kind of like soft and whatever, the broth and fixins makes it a lot better. Let's try the broth. Yeah, it's pretty solid miso broth. I don't know if I taste fish, maybe a little bit, but that's a stretch. It's mainly just like a good savory miso.
Here's a closer look. You can see little fish cakes here with little faces on them. Here's those meat nuggets, little pieces of corn. Otherwise, just like a brown broth.
Again, I don't remember if I've had this before. I think I have, and I don't remember what I said before, but right now I'm enjoying this. It is pretty solid, and it has some pretty decent ingredients for just a very simple cup ramen. So it's good shit. All right, that was 3 ramen. Bye.